The last interview we had, when we left off, we were going to touch base on the case files. Before we get into that, I was just going to talk about families that have been just trying to find justice for their missing and murdered loved ones. So this isn't unique to us. There are several families, dozens of families that are advocating for their loved ones and fighting for the same thing, trying to find answers. And the one thing it comes down to is they have to take matters into their own hands as a family. And so that's why case files are so important to these families is you don't know what you don't know, and you can't do what you need to do without the information. And a lot of the times, as we know, with a lot of these cases, is especially the cold cases, it's really hard. It's really hard to dedicate all, unless there's a cold case unit. It's hard to dedicate all that time to find answers and to go years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And there have been several families, and I follow a lot of these families on, and I try to post a lot of their things, but some of those families that have also tried they're trying to get case files. So we've got the Maura Murray family in February. She disappeared in February of 2004, and her family also fought for case files. Um, I don't know that they quite won those, but I know that they fought for them. The Jennifer Kesey family, she disappeared in 2006, and her family also had to take matters into their own hands. They did fight and they did win those case files. So they had their own, them as a family, they became like we're doing, they became their own team of a private investigator that was helping them in organizations. We've got the Stephanie and Gary Gillette family. Steve Kerrigan was the same attorney that represented them, and they also fought for those case files. It was a brutal double homicide in Corpus Christi, Texas. They also won them. And so more and more families are fighting for the rights to access these records. There's an organization called Had Enough, HAAD. It's families fighting for access to cold case files. You look at change.org. A lot of families are petitioning police departments, and they're petitioning and going to Congress trying to find ways to help these families. So this is a big thing. We're not in this alone. We have a lot of other supporters in this. So Allison Morea, her mother Lonine Rogers disappeared in 1987. She's currently trying to establish Lonnie's Law, and that's so families who have been waiting for answers for 20 years or plus, that we should have access to those case files. So a lot of people are fighting this, and we are uh, just supporting each other in all of this. So I wanted to give a little tribute to those families who are fighting so hard. So I think it's great to have that synergy with families and following each other and supporting each other to help. And I think that's why we're having a lot of success lately. So we'll talk a little bit about how you became involved and how you were promised some of those case files in 2009. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Yes, so I got involved in 2009, officially with being part of the investigation on a pro bono volunteer basis. And of course, one of the first things I did was contact the Aransas Pass Police Department and explain who I was and my background, and ask them, based on the fact that it was such an old case and cold case, uh, could I, as an investigator, get access to the files so that I could, there would be another pair of eyes on the case. And so they were very skeptical at first, and it was the immediate reaction was, well, no, you're not part of the department, and we can't share those files. And so I pressed them some more, And I said, well, I will be willing to, um, sign an affidavit saying that I won't share